Quinn from the Compliance Foundation, and I'm here today with my two colleagues, Mark Weston from Dickinson and Steve Robinson from Xyone. And we're here to talk about two things: how we're working together in order to help people meet the requirements of the General Data Protection Regulation, and also to tell you a little bit about it as well. So the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR, is going to come into effect from the 25th of May 2018 in the UK. It's an EU regulation, but it's going to apply to the UK anyway. That has already been decided. And it creates more rights for consumers. It creates more responsibilities in relation to a greater population of data. It relates to more firms, and it's going to create bigger sanctions as well. So it's going to have a lot of impacts. But Mark, do you think this is being overcooked?
No, it is actually a massive change from the law as it exists now. Basically, the data protection regulation we have at the moment, regulation with a small r, has existed for about 20 years, and it's out of date. It's not really fit for purpose anymore, because what we do with data and what data is has changed massively over the past 20 years. This new set of rules firstly describes what data is in far more expansive terms. It covers a lot more. It restricts what you can do with it and restricts how you have to deal with it. Creates a lot more rights for consumers. And if you get it wrong, the fines that are levied have gone up massively. For example, at the moment, the maximum fine you can be hit for a breach in the UK is £500,000, a lot of money. That's going up from the 25th of May next year to the greater of 4% of your annual global turnover, or 20 million euros, a lot of money. Time and money are very important in business, even time. You're going to have to notify breaches to the Information Commissioner within 72 hours of a breach maximum, and there's all sorts of other procedures and processes that go around those restrictive times. So yes, it's a massive change. This is not being blown out of proportion at all.
Wow, so it's a lot of change, a lot of impact. But how can we help?
We've seen a lot of businesses basically go out and try and get some advice, and it turns out to be piecemeal advice. A bit of advice on IT, a bit of advice on compliance, a bit of advice on the law. The idea really of having, I suppose, the three of us together in a room and our three organisations behind us is to provide a one-stop shop. You see, rather than getting some legal advice and taking that advice to the people who are re-engineering your business processes and then auditing your IT and having to do all that yourselves, we do that ourselves because we work together. And the idea really is when you come to us, we can deal with the legal, the compliance, the business process re-engineering, and the IT. And all of those are essential to be able to comply. Why go to several places when you can come and have everything done for you?
So Steve, what about systems and infrastructure?
The ICO is really looking for evidence, really, that they've put things in place or they've done some testing to protect consumer data. Things like, from an external breach, there's things like penetration testing that could present an audit trail that somebody's done something. There's also internally training of staff needs to be evidenced, and policies need to be signed to cover that internal risk. And finally, certifications is another thing that is evidence-based. There's a self-assessment with Cyber Essentials, which was launched in 2014, and also a Cyber Essentials Plus, which there's actual some testing which presents that the systems are robust and mitigating risk.
But is this really just about IT and tech?
No, it's not. It's a boardroom issue, and that's the problem at the minute. Is it's not an IT issue, and it falls on their shoulders at this moment in time. But the boardroom has to take it seriously, and obviously that's why all three companies getting together, we can deal with that.
So to bring all of that together, as you've just heard from Mark, Steve and me, this is going to affect firms on a wide range of fronts. It's not just a systems issue, it's a board issue. It's not just a legal issue, it's showing that you comply across a wide range of activities. And compliance, in the broadest sense, is at the very heart of it.